Hi, this is Coach RJ from Lean Berets. Welcome to my What, Why, How video on the leather kettlebell. Now, kettlebells in general are fitness tools. They've been around a long time, many generations. There's a large weight in the bottom, typically metal with some type of handle. And historically, there are objects that look sort of like that in drawings that go back thousands of years. Now, I particularly like the leather kettlebell, and that's what I'm talking about today, and I'm going to explain how it's different and why I use it and how it can benefit you. But this is made out of leather. It's handmade in Bulgaria and then shipped over here to the United States, and they're also available in parts of Europe. And it's a very high quality tool. This one in particular weighs 8 pounds, so you could literally, or at least I can, hold it with my pinky. Okay, and they're similar in size. This would be similar in size to a 24 kilo metal kettlebell, which is about 53 pounds. This is a 16 kilo kettlebell, 35 pounds, so there is a little bit weight difference here. But anyway, talking about the leather and specifically, why do I use leather versus a metal kettlebell? Because I have dozens of metal kettlebells as well, but I hardly use them at all now. I recognize when these started to come out a couple of years ago that they were much safer tools to be teaching people, and I work in a corporate environment often, so safety is paramount to the process of how I deliver my instruction. I never want to make things worse, I always want to make it better. So by taking the leather kettlebell, you remove a lot of the risk of the metal kettlebell. You also remove a lot of the psychological threat that people have to a metal object that's so dense and weighs so much in such a small space. The hardcore kettlebell people will make fun of that, but I don't really care what they think, because I'm after the most amount of people that can play. And so if I can remove the threat of a metal kettlebell and just substitute that for a leather kettlebell that weighs as much as my grandmother's purse used to weigh, I'm fine with that, okay? With the leather kettlebell too, in terms of why, beyond the safety part of it, I can use circular patterns with the leather kettlebell that would be very difficult to pull off with a metal kettlebell unless you're very, very experienced in terms of technique. And so I like to train kettlebells in a very different way now than how I learned about 10 years ago. I don't do a lot of linear, straightforward, up and down motions. I use a lot of circular, spiral, and figure 8 patterns now. It's really easy and fun to do with the leather kettlebells. If you brush your leg or you drop it on your foot, it's not a big deal. If you do that here, it could be a trip to the hospital. And so in terms of why I use leather versus metal, there it is. Now, how can the leather kettlebell benefit you? Well, kettlebells in general are great strength training tools. Depending on how you use them, they can be good corrective tools as well in terms of helping fix your posture or eliminate some back pain, and they're definitely good fitness tools. But the leather kettlebell in particular is going to help you with a lot more of the crossbody patterns that are so good for your brain because of the circular figure 8 spiral type motions that you can do with this versus the metal version. They also travel better. They don't roll around your car and bang up the sides of your trunk. They are easier to take outside. They don't get hot and burn your hand like a metal kettlebell. So those are all the things that I can tell you about how the leather kettlebell will benefit you even beyond the basic kettlebell training with the steel or metal kettlebell. So I hope this helps you determine the differences about what a leather kettlebell is, what kettlebells are in general, of course, but what the difference is between a leather and a metal, why I use them with myself, my family, and my clients, and also how a leather kettlebell can benefit you in different ways than the metal versions. They're all good, but I really like the leathers. These come in different weights. They come, the lightest one is about 7 or 8 pounds, which is the one I use the most, even for myself. The next weight up is 18, and then they also come in 25 and 30 pound weights. I particularly think the lightest one is the most beneficial, 7 or 8 pounds, and then when someone learns the basic patterns, they can load that a little bit with 18, and it's time to rock and roll. Just another 10 pounds makes a huge difference when you're using circles.